All right, what's up, everybody? We're back. He said, she said, with Tatiana and Scoob. What's up, Tatiana? How you doing? It's what guess it's
Hello,
New Year's.
everybody. Yeah, no, I'm doing really good. I'm on the beach, I think I'm having the rest of the afternoon free. So yeah, I'm chilling, I'm
I
chilling.
wish I was on that beach with you right now. I can tell you right now. Oh my gosh, is that thing calling my spirit and my soul? Wow. Oh my gosh. I mean,
Yeah. So
seriously,
but
like, can we just end this and can I come there very quickly?
well, don't worry, we only have 9 minutes, so you can come right after the
Yeah.
9 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we forgot to look at the time. What was it?
14:22. So yeah,
Okay.
we have
Awesome.
done. Let's do it 10 minutes from now on.
Yeah. Absolutely. So what are we going to talk about today? You always come up with a subject.
You know what? Because I always think, right? I love thinking, and I have tons of time to think because most of my work or a lot of my work is physical, so then I can occupy my mind. And I was thinking about money today because money is something we all like to think about or don't like to think about or have a lot of insecurities or limitations or scarcity or abundance, whichever way. And it seems like most people feel scarcity when it comes to money. What is your feelings about that?
Yeah, absolutely. When myself personally, when I can make money come or block it. And I know right when I'm blocking it, because as soon as I start to get anxiety, stress, different stuff like that, it puts a block on money for me in any way, shape, or form. Now, when I clear myself, I get calm, relaxed, and peaceful. And I always go to the question why. So I'll say, why is money being magnetized towards me? And if I do that without any stress, without any, really being calm, it always works out somehow. Matter of fact, that's great that you just brought this up, because today I'm trying to sell my dirt bike, right? And I want to get rid of it because I'm going to invest that money into some coaching for myself to make my business get bigger. And, I said to myself today, why is my bike going to be sold so easy? And then in the next week, I swear to God, about an hour later, not even an hour, a dude hit me from Maryland, said, I'll pay you the 48 plus an X that you want, plus an extra 200 if you drive it to me. Dude, it comes in abundance with even a extra special package, right? I'm like,
yes,
what?
yes,
And that's usually how it happens.
Yeah, I have like two things to say to it. Like you actually did a really good thing. It's always good to ask questions like why, right? I think many people are like, why me? Why this? Why that? And I think and they're like, but they don't wait for the answer. And I think that's the shame, because many people have whatever, let's say anxiety, and they're like, why do I have anxiety? Why do I have a cancer? Why I don't have a good boyfriend? But they never wait for the answer. So wait for the answer, right?
Correct. It's in there. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And then the other thing, I don't think it's good to actually ask why, because how do you feel when I say, why did you do that? It doesn't feel good, right?
I disagree. No, because you're asking.
Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Just feel it, right? Like when I say, why did you do that? You might be like because something, right? But when I say, what made you do that? Or what is the reason you decided to do that? All of a sudden, you're a bit more open to speak. So I just wanted to say, I think it's great people ask themselves questions like that, but they should always change the why for something else, like when, where, what is the reason? Because the why is usually like an ego question, and the answer always comes from ego. So it's always like blurry. Or not right, but when you ask like, what is the reason, then you're like, oh, the reason is because of that, or what made you do that? Well, I did it because I thought like this, and there's a little bit more softness and more true in it. So that's just like my insight. That's what she said.
No. I actually love that. That's really good. But I got to rebuttal and come back and say, it's because the way you ask the why. Now, if you say why, if it's a negative connotation, if you say, why is money being magnetized to me? Why is it being magnetized to me? Your brain will start to search for the answer and bring it towards you. Now, if you rephrase that wrong, a lot of people does the I am going to be super rich next week. Your brain says, fuck you. No, you're not. It instantly says, no, you're not. Right. But when you say, why is money being drawn to me? Then your brain starts to go, well, let me find the answers why it is. It is. Now, what you said, I agree with you. Now, if you say, why am I so tired all the time? Why am I that's the wrong way to say it. So it's like what old Tony Robbins used to say, it's in the quality of the question you ask. It's the quality of how you ask it. You got to ask it right. And you got to ask it being clear.
Absolutely. Absolutely 100% true. And you know what? I am like careful about asking why, because I know how the impact of it. And but then again, in my case, if I say why, there is usually not so much ego anymore, because I've been working years and years and years on myself. But a usual person, when a usual person asks why, there is that kind of bitterness, guilt, shame, or anger, right? So
Yeah.
that's just
I see
why
what
I'm
you're
saying
saying.
why is maybe not such a good question. But also, like I said, wait for the answers, guys. You know, like wait for
Yeah.
the answer.
Yeah. No, I totally see what you're saying. I totally see, I see that completely. So you just you got to be careful with what you do with that why. You're for sure. That brings up a great point for New Year's too, that I'm thinking of. And that is, what is your why? Right. So if you want to attract more money, and you want to make a better business in the new year, you want to lose weight, you want to reconnect with your family, whatever your goals are, of course, it's coming the new year. You're going to set goals. Right. And that the key to long, we kind of talked about this one time before, kind of in our first episode, we touched on it. And that was, with them, what happens is you fire off and you're all happy and excited, and it's like them rockets taking off, and all of a sudden it doesn't take long for them to fizzle out. Right. But you got to make your why big enough. If you make your why big enough, why you want to lose weight, why you want to make a bigger business, because you can go to places like where you're sitting right now. See, if I say I want to build the best business in the world, why? Because I want to be able to travel to where Tatiana is right now, sit on the beach. That's a pretty good why.
I'm gonna make it even better. I'm gonna make it even better. Yay!
That's all. See, look what I got. Coffee. Oh,
nice.
But yeah.
You know what? I was gonna say something more. What was it? I was gonna say, you were speaking of the why. Oh, it's a shame. I think I forgot.
I'm sorry.
Oh no. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be sorry. Ever.
Well, I mean, with me, like, blah, 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 you know what I mean?
No, that's my brain that can't keep a thought. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you have like a very vivid mind.
Yeah.
You are so much in the moment that the thought you have now is the only thing you have, right? And then you move on to another one, and then the other thought is just gone. And I'm really not into multitasking. I can't multitask. I'm like too much in the moment.
you know how much when you're talking and we're doing this, I'm like, oh my God, you gotta, like, because my brain's so gone that I'm thinking, you gotta hold on to it, you gotta hold on to it, and it's hard for me because it goes to the next thing, the next thing.
But I think it's also good, and I think that also kind of connects us to where we feel good, because if you feel good in the present moment, it's okay. The thought is good right now. Yep. But anyway, there was something I was gonna say, but I was like, we have 4 minutes. I can share that, and now we only have 3 minutes, so I probably wouldn't have time to share. We're running anyway, out. So.
I was saying about. I remember. Go.
Can I speak? Okay. Remember.
Yeah. Go. Speak,
I was gonna say. I was gonna say that when you were speaking about, like, I am whatever you said, let's say money magnet, right? And you said it's not gonna work because obviously it's the energy you're aligning yourself with, right? So for me, when I'm asking people to use affirmations as a part of my therapy work, I tell them it's not that you are it now, but you're setting yourself, you're informing your body, you're informing the complex who you are, where you're headed. So by informing your body, so instead of saying like, I'm so stupid, or I'm so incapable, or I'm so this and that, it's better to say, I'm a money magnet, let's say, right? At least you know where you're headed, and at least you're replacing one thought for the one that might be working for you. And what I loved about my journey when it comes to money, let's say, at some point I had insecurity like many people. And I was like, okay, well, I'm a money magnet, and I would be going to work. I'm a money magnet. And money were coming because I was aligned with that energy, right? And then I realized that I'm a money magnet, and I love it. So it went one step up automatically. I love it. And I love it. So it was one step up. Yeah. And now I'm at the stage when I don't even need to say it, because I know I am it, right? Mm-hmm. So it's also nice, like the I am is good as a starting point, but then it's also good to wait for the stages that come after. So it's more like, this is my direction, and eventually you are it, and you don't even think about it anymore.
Absolutely. Yeah. But why not start with I am? Just be careful and align with it, and just be careful. Like what I'm saying is just notice in your mind if you're having negative self-talk after you say I am, and you say, no, I'm not. If you instantly say, no, you're not, in your brain, you just canceled it, right? My other thing I was going to say really quick, and I know we're running out of time. It's New Year's. We'll go an extra minute or so. And that is, because it just popped up, is give to receive, right? One of the biggest lessons I learned is when I was young was to give. So if we're talking money, give money. It might not always come back as money, right? Cheers. Cheers with my coffee. Cheers. But you know, if I can really get this across to people, if you don't give money, even if it's, man, a nickel, a dime, it doesn't matter. One of the biggest lessons I've ever learned, give to receive, and that money will always come back, usually in double, triple. And sometimes you got to realize it don't come back as money either. It might come back as peace or love or any, but it comes back.
She needs to say something. She needs to say something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the thing I want to say is that what you're giving out, for me, is the other way. You're 100% right. But for me, it starts with what you're giving out. So even if you want money, you still need to be a giver. And the giver doesn't need to be the money. The giver is like, give a smile, give a hug, give love.
Oh, no.
Give gratitude, right?
Yeah. I didn't mean that.
That is, yeah. But then also it works the other way around. Like you said, you know, you basically, if you ask for, let's say, money, you're truly asking for security. And then you might be basically getting gifts in a way of security, which doesn't need to be money, but a feeling of security. So I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, no, I just mean tithe. Start, if you're not a tither, just start tithing. Just you know, anything you can give always helps someone else, and it'll come back. You know, and give all kinds of stuff. Give love, give peace, give joy, give happiness. You can give more than just money. Believe me, there's so many things to give, you know.
So do the last words for this year. So anyways, my last words are, guys, like 2021 was an amazing year for me. I hope it was somewhat good for you too, and I wish you all a wonderful 2022. And you have the last word. What does he say?
So I'll say, seriously, yeah, honestly, 2021, I mean, you know, we're in this crazy world, but if you do not focus on it, you take your awareness somewhere else, you can have an amazing 2022, guaranteed. All right, it can be done, absolutely. And I just give from myself all the big love, peace. That's my big one, big love and peace to everyone. Seriously, that's what I give you. And I want, please reach out to me or Tatiana if you need any help, if you're looking for, if you're kind of feel stuck and you're in a little bit of a rut. You know, we're here. That's what we're here to help. And we don't talk about that in any of our podcasts. And we'll end with that. I know we're way over the 10 minutes. Who cares? It's New Year's though. And that is, you know, we talk about an introductory offer. If you were interested in speaking with us and getting some of our coaching for both of us for like $100, right? So it's just a way to get.
Maybe that's something we can speak about next time. Maybe our next 10 minutes can be actually about what we truly do, so people know.
Absolutely. And I just want to throw that it's out there and reach out. If you're interested in it, nice with that hair blowing, reach out and just reach out to us and peace and love to everybody and happy new year. Let's make 2022 a kick-ass year for sure.
I agree. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. See ya.
All right. See ya.
Bye. Have a good one. Peace and love.
Peace and love.